Greetings and welcome to Studio125 Multimedia Complex Local Artist Highlight. I'm your host, Natasha Jonelle. We are honored to sit here today with our highlighted guest. He's a comedian, an actor, a creator, a father, and a skilled craftsman of thought and laughter. Studio125 Multimedia Complex welcomes Saseddrick, Washington.
Ooh, hold up. You're going to have all these people busting here. Sally Mae and Sears Roebuck, all the people on my credit report go, y'all use my whole name? Oh, no. Oh, God. You can raid this place. No, but thank you for having me, man. I'm really happy. That was a nice intro, too. I was looking back like, who are they talking about? That was great, man.
Well, you know, little razzle dazzle.
Oh, yeah.
Razzle dazzle.
It's like that resume or that job interview. You know, most people be lying on their resume anyway, boy. Like, hey man, we didn't hire the guy on the paper. Who are you?
So what do you like people to call you out on the stage?
I just go by Saseddrick, man, because I figure if it's a very unique name.
Mm-hmm.
I hated it when I was growing up, but it builds character over the years. So I was like, if they can call a nigga Joe and know who they talking about,
mm-hmm.
They can call a nigga Usher and know exactly who they talking about in one name. Usher, baby. Yeah, yes. I said, I'm gonna run this Saseddrick thing to the hip.
Okay.
So that's what I go by, Saseddrick.
It's definitely very unique.
Yeah, it is, man. It is. And like I said, it built character. It was rough being a kid, though. You know what I'm saying? Your teacher take a role. You see a college-educated person up there struggle with it. It's a trip. So
I can dig it.
Yeah.
So, are you originally from Augusta?
No, actually, I'm from a small town called Pelham, Georgia. It's in Mitchell County. It's about 35 miles from Albany. That's probably like the nearest big city to them. It's not far from Thomasville. It's probably like 45 minutes from Thomasville. Okay. It's really close to Florida, too. It's near the Panhandle. It's like 60 miles from Tallahassee. So it's in that realm, in that area, southwest Georgia.
You haven't given a lot of GPS coordinates to let us know where this place is.
Oh yeah, you do. Listen, you're sitting in Blythe right now. I think you should. Yeah, you would really enjoy Pelham. You're sitting in Blythe right now.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I have enjoyed Blythe.
Yeah,
it has been a whole nother level for me.
Yeah,
for just the healing and self-love realm of things.
Yeah. I in this rural area, all this grass and just nature.
It's
you just go out there and just look at it. Oh, I think I'm gonna go look at the stars tonight.
That happens. I do that.
Yeah,
I actually do that.
Yeah, it's relaxing, man. That's one thing about the country, man. I went back home a couple months ago, man. I was just looking at how green the grass was.
Right.
I'm like, the grass in Augusta ain't this green and thick, just naturally.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, wow, I missed this. Then I got out the car and them gnats. They got the gnats the size of, they like 50-cent pieces. Gnats be everywhere. Big ass gnats, like men in black bugs. It was terrible. They just running all into the thing. Gnats all over the car. It was terrible, man. I thought it was raining, but it was just gnats.
It was just gnats.
Gnats hitting the windshield hard. Like,
Bruh.
What was that, a gnat? It was crazy, man.
Bruh. There is a huge difference from the bugs from being in the city and being in the country. It's a whole nother level.
Country bugs, they eat pretty good. They well fed, they healthy.
Yeah, they definitely are. So what brought you into comedy? Like, what got you into comedy?
Man, it was one of those things I was already doing for free anyway.
Mm-hmm.
I was always a class clown, like to be the life of the party, jiving, laughing, and just doing stupid stuff and just having fun. And two things happened. A friend of mine named Henry Mills, he wrote a book and he was doing a play at Sand Hill Community Center, and he had me in the play.
Mm-hmm.
And I kind of hosted the play and talked between the scenes and narrated. And it was like, I felt really good doing it. It was something I thought about doing. I've always been a fan of comedy.
Mm-hmm.
It's always something I thought about doing, but I never thought that I could like do it for real. But once I hosted his show, I was like, you know what? I think I could probably give this comedy thing a try. And then I I was running into another friend of mine named Candace, and she had been on BET Comic View, and she had a son that was about almost the same age as my sons, and we would always end up at the same barbershop. Black barbers, mad unreliable. We switched barbershops about 3 times, and me and her ended up going to the same barbershop like 3 or 4 times.
Right.
And she kept telling me about it. Yo, I did Comic View. You know, if you're serious about it, I'll help you. And I was like, I was listening, you know. Now, black folks, we just small thought, yeah, okay, that's right. You just waiting on that third head to get cut so you can get up out of there.
I can dig.
But you know, it just, it's one of the things that just kind of like stayed on my mind, and it just kept on coming around. Then a friend of mine named Dwayne Poole, he's actually a promoter, and he said, man, you know what? You funnier than a lot of the guys that they have on the shows, man. I think you should give it a try. Open up. I said, I've been thinking about it. So the thing with Poole was, love Poole to death. Poole playing about 9 shows. And he had an excuse for every one of the shows. Before my comedy career should have started like probably a year sooner. Bruh. But every time it was like we didn't get the venue. Oh, the dude is double booked. Oh, this happened. I was like, oh, okay.
Wow. Yeah.
So then he finally came through.
Okay.
They had a show that went through. Oh, I'm guaranteeing this one. I got this one. I said, okay. You know, so I opened up for Tyler Craig on January 19th, 2009.
2009.
Yeah, and I ain't looked back since, man. When I first, that instant gratification, it's like that first, you know how, this is off kilter, it's weird. You know how sexually you feel like you always chasing that first orgasm? Or I don't know, I heard like drug addiction, I heard it's like that too. You chasing that first high. Man, I mean, okay. when I had like a 5-minute set, man, but when I hit it, and then I saw people laughing. It was this lady, I remember, she had like these big, I don't know if they was real teeth, they might have been veneers, but they were huge.
Okay.
She had like some big Denzel Washington teeth, man. Oh. And she laughed so hard. I said something about her boyfriend. I was like, man, this dude here, like he got on a bronze medal. He had on like a brownish looking jacket. She laughed so hard. I saw all her teeth. I could see a little ball in the back of her throat. And then that's when I said, oh yes, this is where I should be.
That adrenaline.
I'm supposed to air. All of it came up. I was like, oh, this is what I'm supposed to be doing with my life. Okay. So just taking it around with it, man.
Okay.
Yeah.
I bet you that felt real good.
Man, it felt so good. Because I was nervous, man. Because I didn't know, like, I thought it was a big difference between making people laugh and formally making people laugh on stage as a comedian.
Right.
It's the same laughter. It's the same shit. If you can do it in one place, you can do it somewhere. It's the same exact thing. So I just took it, and then you learn and you find different ways to do it. And you know, once you believe it's funny, it's up to you to show the people that it's funny.
Well, everybody isn't natural though. Like
that helps. That helps out a lot. Yeah, because there's some people. Well, I've actually seen people who are not naturally funny people who have converted themselves into comedians, you know, after doing a lot of work. Because I got a homeboy that's an R&B singer and an actor, but Comic View came to LA. This nigga jumped on Comic View and started doing comedy. I was like, how did you like, dude, you ain't like, he just saw opportunity. He molded himself. You know, soaked it up around the city a little bit and went for it. I was like, damn.
Okay.
So it's possible. It's very rare. Very rare. I think you just have to have a natural knack or ability for it.
Right.
It helps out a great deal.
I can do that.
Yeah.
I can do that.
Because if you ain't got that natural, I done seen some people suffer. Oof. I done seen some people die slow deaths up there on that stage.
I have too.
Yeah.
I have too.
Yeah.
Comedy is huge. Laughter is huge.
It is.
It is a very pivotal thing to have in your life.
You gotta have it, man. Yeah. It's too much bad stuff going on, man. I mean, like, we came up laughing. Right. When you was a little kid, you used to sit around and laugh. And if you watch children are like the purest form of life. If you just sit there and watch them, and you leave them in a room with each other, that's one of the first things they do. They'll laugh. You ain't got to tell them, man, go in there and laugh. Go in there and laugh with the other kids. Nah, they would sit in that room and they would laugh and play, and they'll just enjoy themselves. And they would, I'm talking about like laugh themselves almost into a coma. It's just a beautiful natural thing, man. Laughter is very necessary.
It is, and especially as adults, we need to be able to take that time out to like slap your gut laugh, because life comes all kind of ways to us.
You're right, man, and it's it's very it's a coping mechanism too, because you know when you laugh and you forget about every other problem you got in the world. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah, you might be sitting in the house and got the lights cut off. You sitting down with all them tea lights in there trying to scrape the money up, man. But if you have a laugh,
that's right,
for a moment, that'll take you out of that dark room. Now you can go right back to it once you stop laughing.
But even for the moment,
man. So that's what you gotta live for the moment sometimes.
So what do you feel like success looks like for you as a comedian?
Success looks like for me as a comedian. Right now, I'm still probably like on the chitlin circuit level rather. It's still a lot of hustling. It's still a lot of it's been a lot of growth and progression, but it's still a hustle. It's still I don't have it where I can fully support myself just with comedy. I want to get to that level where I am making the kind of income to support myself and just do it full time. I think that's the next level of success for me. To be a full-time entertainer, 100% just entertaining. No more clocking in the jobs. No more handbooks.
Right.
No more being on time. No more write-ups in the folder.
I can dig it.
No more, that life is, oh God.
Freedom of time. Freedom of your own time. You want to own your time.
Yeah. I want to own a lot of money. I want a bag. I want a big bag. I don't want no little bag. I want a big bag.
Well, that tends to come with it.
Yes.
The finances always come when we out here getting that grind in.
Oh, yeah.
So it's inevitable.
Mm-hmm.
Law of attraction.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can dig that. So right now, what type of projects do you have that's going on?
That's a good question. I have a couple of projects. I have started throwing and producing my own shows. I have one at Icon Sports Bar, 1515 North Lake Road. That's family, man. Shout out to Dwayne Pearson. Shout out to Big Juan. Shout out to Steve. And shout out to Theo, man. Those are my guys, man. They look after me over there. So I do a show there once a month called Live Labs at Icons. I bring in comedians from all over that I've met over the years. Really funny people. A lot of them been on Def Jam, BET, different things like that. People I have good relationships with. They come through, rock with me. It's always a great show. Always a great show. I hold it to a higher standard because my name, my face is on it. So I can't be bringing people no trash. But we have a great time. It's a wonderful grown folk crowd. Everybody comes, enjoys themselves. I also have a show in Pooler, Georgia that I do as well with my friends Craig and Barbara Harris. Shout out to C&B Entertainment.
Shout out.
I was just there this past weekend. Pooler's right outside of Savannah, right up the street from the outlets. So we go in there and we have a good time. Same thing, same vibe. A good grown folks crowd. We have a wonderful time. Other 2 weekends, I'm trying to, I do a lot of private events. I'm trying to get out of town more. I just went to Atlanta area. I was in Duluth Thursday night. Friday night, I was in Marietta. So you're just trying to branch out and just get the grind on, man. Just make it full-fledged, no holds barred.
Okay.
We're going after everything now.
Okay, everything.
Everything. We're going after everything. This is my last gasp, you know what I'm saying?
so how can you be booked?
Oh, call me. Call me. I'm like Bob Hill. Call me. Call me quick.
Well, how can they call you?
Yeah, they can call. You can call. You can reach out. I have a manager. His name is Charles McNeil. You can reach out to him, 706-294-0957. He calls himself the Mac Daddy. Let him know you want to book me for an event. We'll hook it up. We'll make it happen. No event is too small. No event too big. We do all types of events. I do family events. Like I said, I'm doing a fundraiser for my man, Cooley Myrick, this weekend. Entrepreneur, getting this 501c3 started. So I'll be doing something with him.
Congratulations.
Yeah, definitely. I did a back to school drive with my girl Sharon Thompson at the Croc Center. So I do a lot of different events, man. I love doing family events. I love doing concerts because I love music. I
Right.
love all types of events, everything, wide open. It ain't just comedy. We do it all. And also, I got acting projects too, man. I got a couple projects coming up with my man Jay Paul. Shout out to him. He got CTC United. I also work with my man Chuck Corbin Media. I've done several things with my guy, Carlton Clay. Carlton has VPN Productions. He's also got a deal with Maverick Movies. So he's not just he was making TV shows, web series. Now he's in the movies and everything. Really talented brother right here in Augusta.
Okay.
Done a lot. Hey, y'all need to check out Brotherhood season 4. It's great.
Okay.
I was on some gangster shit. It was wonderful.
Brotherhood season 4.
Brotherhood
Where is this located?
It's Brotherhood is on Tubi.
Tubi.
Yeah, it's on Tubi. The other seasons are on YouTube. It's Brotherhood, BROTHA Hood.
Okay.
It's like it's a real good drama, man, about some, very interesting Black people who are into different things, politics, the church is in there a little bit, some gangster stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, some just crazy stuff, man.
Okay.
It's wild. It's really good.
Well, that sounds awesome.
Yeah.
So you're getting into the acting, more of the acting?
I want to get into more of the acting.
Okay.
I mean, the most of the stuff I do is comedy, but I want to get into acting a little bit more because I think acting, you actually work less and make more in the end. Because if you look at hustle and bustle, comedy, that's great, but people that get to a certain level, what I'm saying, they start doing the movies, man. They ain't really. Kevin Hart don't have to do stand up. Because he done so many movies. He chooses to do stand-up. You know what I mean?
Right. Because usually it's the big, the big ones that they
You remember The Rock? You know The Rock, right?
Yeah.
You remember what he used to be?
What the wrestler?
He used to be a wrestler.
Right.
When the last time you seen him wrestle?
I haven't.
You know why?
Because
the movie checks came in. The movie checks started coming in, and you ain't got to jump off the top rope and get slammed or nothing. The movie checks start coming in, baby.
A whole lot different. A whole nother ball game.
A whole lot different. Yes, sir. Can't sit back chilling. But I would love to, and I've done like stage plays, dinner theater plays, things of that nature too. I love doing plays because plays are really cool because you get to be in front of that crowd and you get to hear that reaction. That live reaction is something else, man. And just, anytime you're in front of a crowd and you get what you're giving out, you get it back. It's such a gratifying feeling, man. And as actors, when you're going through the stage play thing and, you're building to certain points and then it hits the crowd and they're like, oh.
Yeah.
Shout out to my girl Sandrine too, man. I did her production. She had a real dope production. She let me play a gangster dude too. I was like an abusive boyfriend.
Oh.
Yeah, that was fun.
Oh
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
It was fun.
It was fun. Yeah.
I can see being able to get out some acting frustration away in that
cool.
place.
I had a slap scene too. It was great, man. And it looked so real when we look back at it. And you know what I'm saying, the girl, they was good sports too, man. Shout out to what's my girl name? She's in Atlanta doing the acting thing too. I'm gonna remember her name in a minute.
Okay.
Yeah, it was two girls. We did the play, and I got to slap both of them. It was great.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's how we do it. I just felt like Ike Turner.
They
should let me tell her get the pie. Hey, Anna Mae, you want that cake? You want that cake? You sing the song the way I wrote it. Keena Bowie, man. Keena Bowie.
Okay.
She did a great job, man. And I slapped her and the roller came out of her head. It looked so real. I was like, when the roller came out, I was like, oh shit. I didn't get it. And man, it was just, the crowd was like, whoa. And you could feel it like, because when I came out for the second scene, they was like, oh, we hate him. Boo, this man. It was great, man.
Because you the guy that took the roller out.
Got into the roller. I'm talking about the roller went in the air. I was like, whap. And the roller just went up. I was like, oh, man.
And what's the name of this play?
Oh, man. Golly, I got to look back at it. I forgot the name of it, man. But it was my girl Sandrine. It was her production.
Okay.
Sandrine's a really talented playwright. She's just a really focused individual. Just like Sandrine, like she writes plays.
Mm-hmm.
She did everything with her own money. Her whole setup was professional, and we did it was wonderful, man. It was just a pleasure to be a part of it. And she used all her own money.
Mm-hmm.
She had her money to get the venue, her money to pay the actors, and we was dedicated. We was practicing like every day, every other day, and it was just really really beautiful thing, man. She's really talented, and she like works. She was working a regular job, going to school. She had wrote the play. She was directing us, and she was a bartender. I'm like, what? Do you ever sleep? I was like, man, she's just an amazing person, man. I can't wait till she gets back out there. I loved working with her. She was great.
That's what's up. She sounds like she's
Superwoman.
Yeah.
Like, man, like,
and she even was able to create a great experience for you to sit there and to think back about that time, being able to interact with her and be on her set and watch her as she does these things. So that's great.
I was like, when do you sleep? Like, you don't go to bed?
I can dig that.
Yeah.
So are you only interested in being in front of the camera? So what about off the camera?
You know what? I've been thinking about it so much more lately, man, because I see like everybody makes that transition to behind the camera. Denzel is probably like my favorite actor in the world. I see he's like producing movies and doing things like that. And I'm like, I would really like to create a sitcom. Because I don't think we have a certain Black sitcom that everybody watch, everybody resonate. Because like back in the day when we had like the Cosby Show, then you had like Urkel and them, you know what I'm saying?
Family Matters.
Family Matters. Those are like household type
That's
things.
right.
Everybody watched. Even back in the like Good Times.
That's right.
Everybody watched them. They resonated with those characters and the situations they went through, and they rolled with them. Even like Martin.
Yeah.
Martin came through. Like people don't realize how long Martin was on TV. Martin was on for a very long time.
Right.
And I just don't think shows, everything's so microwavable now. I don't think shows have that type of longevity or that type of impact on your life like those shows did for us. And that was really important. Because you didn't want to go to school on Thursday. You hadn't seen the Cosby Show. And you ain't had nothing to talk about at the lunch table.
Right.
You ain't see what Bill did. You don't know what Rudy said.
Right.
Man, Theo did what? You couldn't say nothing. You was left out. You was completely left out. Because I think Bill Cosby created something. And people forget this because of all the recent allegations and bad stuff. Because once people start hearing about bad stuff and you're no longer like in your 20s, 30s, no longer super marketable, they can push you off to the side.
Right.
Even like, because Bill Cosby had the most popular show in the world for like 9-10 years.
And then the spinoff.
Yeah.
And then the spinoff with a different world.
Brought it back, you know, and people just, that don't happen to Black people. That don't happen for us. We don't get that opportunity much. We'll get put on the WB. BET. We'll get put on Uncut. We'll be, I should be like the, no disrespect, but it's a different level between the Cosby Show and the Jamie Foxx Show.
It is.
Yeah, it's a different level, man. But and Bill was he was animate about it. He did it his way, kept it clean, encouraged kids to go to college. Like, come on, man. You had people talking about they was going to a fake college. A fake Black college. He created a HBCU.
And now people have shirts with Hillman College
College on it. It's still making money.
It's my maiden name, Hillman.
Your maiden name was Hillman. You be like, I'm glad I'm done with that name. Wait to get done with that name. Women, that maiden name, boy, that'd be kind of rough, especially if you don't get along with your family. I'm sick of this name. I'm gonna give y'all this raggedy name back.
He said, I'm gonna give y'all this raggedy name back.
Good.
It's been a blessed thing.
That's good. But yeah, I definitely think about I definitely want to get into creating something like that, a sitcom where people, where we are in a positive light. Because I think with nowadays, so much negativity is steeped in this younger generation, man. It's time for like positive stuff to come back, man. Like fun loving. Like if you ask your kids what their favorite show is, it changes with the wind.
Right.
We knew it was the same 3 or 4 shows for us because that's what we watched, and we look forward to it because It wasn't on demand. You had to watch it right then and there.
Right.
You know, some people was lucky enough to have a VCR, but then they had a VCR, you got to have the damn tape. Then you got to have the VCR set. Big black people, we ain't that organized. We late for everything. You know what I mean?
Because somebody had to press record at one point.
Somebody had to press record. You know, some of them got fancy and had the one that with the timer on it, and you could just pop it on there. You be mad as hell. You done missed the first 2 minutes. I missed the first 2 minutes. You didn't get to see them sing the song and see Bill do that dumbass dance.
Hey, but those were very memorable moments because at that time, a lot of families were sitting down together and watching these shows.
And that don't happen no more either. You know, the average family don't even sit down and eat no more.
Right.
Everybody's getting fast food. They get stuff on the go.
Right.
You know, you got 4 people in the house. You might have 4 different meals.
Right. That's true.
And that old school, they ain't play that because you know everybody ate together. And then the women was in there cooking too.
Yep. And you gonna eat what I cook.
Oh yeah, that's it. It was some good stuff though. They turned it up, man. Cause I know my mom used to throw down, man. Mama, aunties. I had an auntie that couldn't cook, but we couldn't tell her that. Nigga still ate the food. You ever seen orange potato salad before?
I have not.
Yeah. I shouldn't have, but I did. And we couldn't say nothing about it. Like is the potato salad orange? Is it sweet potato salad? What is this?
Sweet potato.
Yeah.
Well, they make up all kinds of stuff these days.
No. That wasn't made up there. That was rough there. Rough times.
So what is your perception of what role models are supposed to look like out here now? Being someone that's looking to be in the spotlight and now that you are.
Yeah, I mean, I think the role model thing definitely changed over the years. It used to be, especially like athletes and entertainers, they look forward to being role models and setting an example for kids and being put in a certain light. But I think that's a lot of pressure on them. I think over the years, I think Charles Barkley said it. I think this changed the whole game for role models. He said, just because I play basketball don't mean I should raise your kids. Right. Basically saying that he did not want the responsibility of being a role model. Right. And if you look at the way things went after that, you start seeing a lot more people doing stuff that they didn't want to see. You know, Michael Jordan ain't had no tattoos. I didn't see him. Right. Magic Johnson ain't had no tattoos. You know, you had certain players that was like the Renegades, the bad boys. They had tattoos all up and down their arms. But like, nah, man, the people that was put in front of the camera and they didn't have tattoos and things like that. And they carried themselves a certain way, even if they really didn't live like that. Right. You know, they put up the facade for the camera because you wanted those kids to have something to look up to. You don't want the kids looking up to people that are doing questionable things. You know what I mean? You want them to have good role models. You know, even if they don't mean it. Like, yeah. You think Grant Hill is really that clean cut? Man, Grant Hill probably, he probably smoked weed, he probably had hoes, probably had all kinds of stuff going on. But in front of that camera, I'm just joking when I say that. I don't know if the brother did that. He carried himself like a role model. You know what I'm saying? He came from a good family. You know, he was an upstanding guy. Things like that. You saw a lot more of that back in the day. I think now, worse is always better. It is, man. Worse is always better. The people that are being idolized now are people that are doing questionable things. Right. Who have strikes on their records, making mistakes. Those are the people that the kids get to look at now. And I think we need to get back to people taking that responsibility serious. Like, I'm not a big LeBron James fan, but I love the way he carries himself. He's a black man. Married a black lady, had black kids, elevated his entire clique. Right. And made them he took him to superstardom with him. Right. He hasn't been in any trouble, scandals, well, no legitimate scandals. They didn't try to get a couple on him, but nothing stuck. Right. I mean, he embodies what a young black man could look at and say, you know what? I would like to get out of my circumstances and make something out of myself. This is a guy that has done that. I could follow his blueprint. I could be him one day. Well, let's stay there. So let's talk about that because you said something right there. He took
and he brought his people that were
Yeah.
around him with him.
Yeah.
Like, what does that mean to a Black man to have other Black men surrounding him?
I mean, I think it. I think it's very rare. It's monumental, and I think it's a testament to something that we've gotten away from called loyalty. Loyalty is huge, man. No matter what relationship you got, you should be loyal to the people around you.
That's right.
The people that hold you down, because when it comes down to it, everything that you have can be lost.
That's right.
He could have went out and tore his knee up, back, something could have happened to him, career could have been over with. But the way he's done things now, and he was a phenom. Most people don't have that advantage. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't know about y'all friends. All my friends growing up, they was about 6 feet tall at the best. Hey, wasn't no 6'8" niggas in my clique. But for him to know the impact of what he was going to do, he was the chosen one. He had this great thing going. He brought all of his people with him, man. His best friends, his manager and all that stuff. I mean, he just elevated his entire, everybody that was around him just came up with him. And since then, those people have not just come up with him. They have branched off and started doing other things successfully. So they're not just like no crumb snatchers.
Right.
You know, everybody had a job. They did their job, helped them get to a level, and then they looked for other stuff after that.
Right.
So they had a complete plan, man. I mean, it couldn't happen no better for him, man. That was the complete perfect setup for a young Black man to elevate himself, get out of the circumstances that he was in, and he took all his people with him, man. It's beautiful.
Well, isn't that something that's possible for just the you don't have to be a phenom Black man.
Oh, it sure
just
helps.
simply. I'm pretty sure it does. I'm pretty sure it does.
Yeah, man, I got 356. I got 356 niggas over here. We finna go to the top. Top of what? Nah, but yeah. And that's what I like about Kevin Hart, hearing him talk. I heard him on the interview talking about why can't people support each other, especially Black people. Say Black people, we the worst. We don't support one another. We don't take it seriously. We don't look to elevate or build each other up. He said, why can't I do that? He said, I got a liquor. My friend got a liquor. I'm gonna take my liquor. I'm gonna take his liquor, put it on my page, and say, hey, I'm drinking this. You know what I'm saying? Why we can't elevate together instead of having all this jealousy and it's just an evil nature between people at times, man. And a lot of people just don't want to get left. It's that crab in the barrel mentality.
Right.
So you got talent now. Oh, you finna leave me. Let me pull you back down by your bootstrap. Come on back down here with me. Nah, man.
Instead of figuring out how to push you up even higher.
Yeah.
So
Look,
you need some help.
No, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna push you up. Hey, man, come back and get me when you get something, boy. Come back and get me when you get something. No, I think everybody
solidify your spot.
Oh yeah, man. But I mean, it's some people that's getting better with it, and I think it's a big education factor too. And, and people gotta live life, and you don't think the same way you do when you're 20 than you do when you're 35, 40. You know what I mean? You've learned. And I think in my life, what I've learned was like when that younger me was confused as fuck, didn't know what was going on. That's when you can't see past your nose. Everything going fast, you can't see past your nose. You don't know what you're gonna do next. You know what I'm saying? You gotta have a firm resolve, know exactly who you are. That's why faith is important. Religion is important. I think you have to have faith in something, even if you're not like this super religious person. You have to have some type of faith-based spirituality. Yeah, you have to have some type of spirituality, the way you live your life, man. Because that grounds you, that keeps you grounded. I know when I did have a spiritual base when I was younger, because you do whatever your parents do.
Right.
There was an inner peace. I got completely away from that. Whew, I'm talking about, man, I probably did the Carl Lewis, Usain Bolt running away from it. That's probably how fast I got away from it. But when you don't have that spiritual base or that foundation or that, you can't say what you ain't gonna do. And I think that's very, very important, especially in a Black man, to say, have values and say what you are and ain't gonna do. You have to stand for something or you'll fall for anything. So I was like, I scraped my knees up for a long time. But then, you get older. You learn some things, and then
Right.
God puts different people in your life, and you start to get a better understanding of what life is about. You know what I mean? Because think about it. When you got that first job, and you 18, 19, early 20s, if you lucky enough to go to school, you doing that, whatever, but you working at a grocery store. Nothing wrong with that. Honest job. You know they ain't paying you worth a damn. The people that you around, they making the same kind of money you making.
Right.
So y'all just sitting around swapping broke nigga stories. Basically, you know what I'm saying? You hate to see the phone ring. Oh, hell. Oh, shit. Come Keto with that bullshit. Man, guess what Roy just did? You know what I mean? You swap around those different broke stories and experiences and that low level stuff. And then like you get a little bit better. Maybe you do graduate. Maybe you find some people that's working somewhere and they doing a little bit better. So then when you move to that, from that $7, $8 to that $11, $12, you notice a little difference. Like, man, I'm able to have a little bit more. I got a car now with a car payment. I'm paying insurance and shit. You notice things getting a little bit better because your circle is changing. You understanding life, man. And we get like 35, 40, things start to gravitate towards people who are successful. So you meet people who really got it, who really got that money, who really because I'm tell you something about white people, when they have money, they will tell you exactly how to make it. They might not walk you through it and do everything for you, but they gonna tell you what to do to make it.
Right.
Nigga won't tell you shit. Nigga will have that bag and he'll be sitting right there with his foot on top of it. Hey man, what's that under your foot? Nothing. I ain't got nothing. It ain't no bag under here.
Right.
That's what I think we got to get away from, man. But it's life. It's the process. It's it's growing and building, man, and just learning. You got to educate yourself on your own. All education don't take place in school.
That's right.
It don't, man. This lane called life is ever changing. You got to keep learning it. And I've been fortunate, especially recently, to be around some people who do, make substantial money or make substantial decisions to where they can get money. You know what I'm saying? Partnerships are really important. That's why I like what y'all doing.
Gratitude.
Partnerships are very, very important, man, because this man can't do it without you. You can't do it without him. Y'all can do it separately, but it ain't going to be as good.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? But y'all doing it together. You believing in him. He believing in you.
He's a great leader.
Yeah.
I love the fact that I have a great leader for a husband.
Okay.
And he teaches me a lot.
So. And that's great, man, because, I mean, y'all learning together, man, because think about if you had any reservations about what he was trying to do. You know what I'm saying? He couldn't elevate like that. Y'all will always be at odds end, worrying about dumb shit. You know what I'm saying? He trying to get this bag, get this money. You who that bitch? Well, you like around what bitch? Now his voice done got high pitched. Bitch. Oh, you learn, nigga. I know. That's not what it's about. It's about, everybody knowing where they at, what we trying to do. We moving this way. That other shit is in the rear view, man. That's what you did in your 20s. Fighting, fucking up your shit. You bleached up. You shouldn't bleach your favorite jersey. This nigga couldn't wait to get a Hank Aaron throwback. He done waited the goddamn 4 years. Been all these flea markets. And nigga finally get a Hank Aaron throwback. And she think you goddamn fuck around. And she done fuck around and put some bleach on it.
I used to work with this chick and the dude bleached her clothes.
Oh, wow.
So much drama.
He petty.
So much drama.
No.
Well, you know what? There's a lot of women and men who vibrate on that level and they love it.
Yeah, they love it. I mean, I think at a certain point in your life, when you're younger, it's more exciting, to be caught in a situation like that. I think everybody's been, I don't know if, something volatile. It's like, you shouldn't be dealing with it, but it's just something, you just keep drawing you back to it. You know what I'm saying? Normally that crazy chick, she normally got that fire. She be crazy as hell. Like, what is wrong with this? Be crazy as hell, but she had that fire. And a young man, he's stuck on the physical. That's his main thing. Oh, man, yeah. Okay. You keep seeing him out there with them. Hey, man, I ain't know you had holes in your Levi's. Nah, that ain't come from the store.
Bruh.
It came from goddamn Tasha. Tasha sitting at home cutting your shit up.
Why you gotta say Tasha?
Oh, I'm sorry. I got your name. I'm sorry. My bad.
Why I gotta be Tasha?
Regina cut up all your shit.
I ain't even ever cut up no stuff.
Regina.
I wasn't that type of chick.
Nah, man, but
you
live and learn, man. That's why, you live and learn those experiences that you go through, man. I mean, because I think people, especially young relationships, right. You have to, they don't work because the people don't know themselves. You know what I'm saying? They don't know themselves.
Most people, when we are younger, we attract people that have like traumas like ours.
Yeah.
And then we get in those trauma building relationships. And if you are able to grow, and then you grow into the next phase, you tend to do those things together as you learn more. And then you are able to work on yourself or be alone and work on yourself. But self-awareness is a mug.
Yeah. See, like self-awareness in your 20s is hard. You know what I mean? 'Cause I got married like early. I had no business being married because I didn't know nothing about myself. I couldn't for sure tell you what I was or wasn't gonna do. I was flying by the seat of my pants. And then you mix different things in, like other responsibilities. You start having kids, you start having this, and you trying to figure out how to manage a household, pay bills. It's just like everything is like coming at you.
Ain't nobody taught you none of that.
Oh, I mean, they taught you some things.
Something, but a lot of that stuff they had
like a lot of stuff, man. Yeah, they tell you about it. You know some things about it, but when you going through it, it's a whole nother monster, man. And that's why I think it's really big that you should have having faith is a really big thing. I think that really grounds you and gives you some type of because when you flying by the seat of your pants, man, you out there wilding, people coming at you coming at them, and it's like it's rough.
And you need a positive support system.
You definitely need a positive support system. And you also have to be able to know yourself, what you are and ain't gonna do. Because I mean, because life slows down. When you get in your 30s, that's when you're gonna kind of figure out, like, you know what, I got this going on. I got this amount of money.
Check your phone.
This is where I'm at. This is where I'm at financially. This is where I'm going. Then you start like learning more about money and all that stuff. And, the frivolous stuff you did in your 20s, that's in the past because you done made some mistakes now.
Right.
I don't want to go back to that. You know that now. Right. You didn't know that in your 20s. You was like, yeah, man, let's just do everything, man. I'm going to hang out all night. I'm going to drink everything up. No. No.
About to go to the club.
Yeah. And that's like, your mindset and your mentality.
Right.
All those things, man, they play into, you can really get yourself into some really serious situations if you're not too careful. That's why I always told my kids, like, man, just live your life. I want to, live your life, go to college, find out who you are before you start getting serious about somebody else. Because you got to get serious about yourself first. Then you have to deal with that little heartbreak.
That's right.
Yeah, a little heartbreak, everybody get that, you hear that phone? Wait, what? Hello? Yeah, I did the people too. You be in there just crying, man, I think you gone.
Oh my goodness. It happens.
It happens, man.
Happens. It's life.
It's a part of life, man.
It is. It's a part of life.
Yeah.
Well, that's what's up. Well, I definitely appreciate you coming down and sit with us today.
Yeah. I appreciate y'all having me, man. I came out here before. This is a nice thing y'all got going on, man. And I love anybody doing something positive, man. I like what y'all got going on. And I remember the other time, y'all had them fire torches out there, the big heaters.
It was cold outside. People need their outdoor heaters.
Man, that thing was scary. Yeah, I was like, oh my God, I'm about to burn my arm up in here.
Oh my goodness.
That was the biggest heater I ever seen in my life. I'm used to that little old school heater, old school kerosene heater. That be at your grandmama's house, have all that metal on it. And you have to light the pilot light.
Oh my goodness.
That's the one we had back in the day. And you lit it right, you hear it hiss, and that fire come out the front. Oh man.
Yeah, we had it at my grandma's house.
And my grandma didn't have no central air and heat, man. She put that heater on, boy, everybody be warm. Everybody in the hallway is like, yeah. You rubbing your hands. I'm talking about you about 15 feet away from it, but you can still feel it. Yeah, I'm good now.
Yeah, that's always great. And then summertime roll around.
Oh yeah, slave hot,
That's
boy.
a whole nother
Slave
ball
boy.
game. Been there, done that.
Oh yeah.
Been there, done that.
Oh yeah.
Definitely. So how can everybody reach you on social media?
All my social media is under the same thing. I got a very unique name. It's under Saseddrick. I got 2 pages on Facebook. I don't know about maxed them out. I'm probably going to start another one. It's under Comedian Saseddrick and Saseddrick Washington. Also, everything else, Twitter is Saseddrick. Snapchat, Saseddrick, SASEDDRICK. What else I skipped?
Aura.
TikTok. I ain't got that much stuff on my TikTok. That's why I got it. It's a lot of untalented bums getting famous off TikTok. I need to jump on there.
Yeah,
they killing the game. I'm like, man, I'm going to work every day. And I'm seeing people that ain't working. This ain't right here.
TikTok fame is quick too.
Quick. I was like, well, I need to. Yeah, I'm messing up going to work every day. I got to get closer to my goals. Boss, I need to take off a couple of days. I need to get my TikTok followers up.
Hey,
all social media. TikTok, Snapchat, Twitter, Instagram. Instagram is Saseddrick too, SASEDDRICK. So yeah, man, follow me, man, please. I need all the followers I can get. I'm trying to get out the ghetto.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, again, we want to assist you in your journey to get out the ghetto. So y'all go ahead and make sure y'all follow, book. And again, I want to thank you for coming to sit with us here at Studio 125 Multimedia
Thank y'all
Complex.
for having me, man. And if anybody have an opportunity, y'all need to check it out as well, man. All the local artists, man, y'all need to come on and check out Studio 125. They're doing some great stuff out here.
Gratitude. We appreciate you.
Yes.
So we thank you for coming, and we will see y'all next time. Peace.
That's it. Out of here.
Peace. You don't get the last word. I get the last word.
Yeah, cut that off.
I get the last word.